गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी यमुनतीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणा अरविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामयी की जय यमुनामयी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी देवी की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय कलयुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 5, Text number 24. धृता तनूरुशति मे पुराणी येनेह सत्वं परमं पवित्रम् शमोदमः सत्यमनुग्रहश्च तपस्तितीक्षानुभवश्च यत्र धृता तनूरुशति मे पुराणी येनेह सत्वं परमं पवित्रं शमोदमः सत्यमनुग्रहश्च तपस्तितिक्षानुभवश्च यत्र धृता तनूरुशति मे पुराणी येनेह सत्वं परमं पवित्रं शमोदमः सत्यमनुग्रहश्च तपस्तितिक्षानुभवश्च यत्र सत्वं परमं पवित्रं शमोदमः सत्यमनुग्रहश्च तपस्तितिक्षानुभवश्च यत्र माताजी धृता तनूरुशति मे पुराणी Dhrita, maintained by transcendental education. Tanuhu, body. Ushati, free from material contamination. Me, my. Purani, eternal. Yena, by whom. Iha, in this material world. Sattvam, the mode of goodness. Paramam, supreme. Pavitram, purified. Shamaha, control of the mind. Damaha, control of the senses. Satyam, truthfulness. Anugraha, mercy. Cha, and. Tapaha, austerity. Titiksha, tolerance. Anubhavaha, realization of God and the living entity. Cha, and. Yatra, wherein. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Vedas are my transcendental sound incarnation. Therefore the Vedas are Shabda Brahma. In this world, the Brāhmaṇas thoroughly study the Vedas, and because they assimilate the Vedic conclusions, they are also to be considered the Vedas personified. The Brāhmaṇas are situated in the presence, in the supreme transcendental mode of nature, Sattva Guna. Because of this, they are fixed in mind control Shama, sense control Dama, and truthfulness Satya. They describe the Vedas in their original sense, and out of mercy, Anugraha, they preach the purpose of the Vedas to all conditioned souls. They practice penance, tapasya, and tolerance, titiksha, and they realize the position of the living entity and the Supreme Lord, Anubhava. These are the 8 qualifications of the Brāhmaṇas. Therefore, amongst all living entities, no one is superior to the Brāhmaṇas. This is the description of a Brāhmana, purport. A Brāhmana is one who has assimilated the Vedic conclusions by practicing mind and sense control. He speaks the true version of the Vedas, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyah. By studying all the Vedas, one should come to understand the transcendental position of Lord Sri Krishna. One who actually assimilated the essence of the Vedas can preach the truth. He is compassionate to conditioned souls who are suffering the threefold miseries of this conditioned world due to their not being Krishna conscious. A Brāhmana should take pity on the people and preach Krishna consciousness in order to elevate them. Sri Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, personally descends into this universe from the spiritual kingdom to teach conditioned souls about the values of spiritual life. he tries to induce them to surrender unto him. Similarly, the Brahmanas do the same thing. After assimilating the Vedic instructions, they assist the Supreme Lord in his endeavor to deliver conditioned souls. The Brahmanas are very dear to the Supreme Lord due to their high Sattva-guna qualities, and they also engage in welfare activities for all conditioned souls in the material world. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroh Shri Yutapad Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I am very happy to be amongst all great devotees at Radha Parthsarathi Temple in Delhi. I came here in 2009, and after 9 years I am coming again to this temple. So I am very grateful to the warm welcome and reception and affection given by Mohan Rup Prabhu, Rishi Kumar Prabhu, and all the other senior devotees here. So I seek blessings from all the senior devotees here and all of you also, so that I can speak something in glorification of Krishna in line with Srila Prabhupada's teachings. So we are in the middle of the teachings of Lord Rishabhadev. Towards the end, the 5th canto, 5th chapter is the teachings of Lord Rishabhadeva, an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. So in this particular shloka, Dhata Tanur, Dhrita Tanur Ushati Me Purani Yeneha Sattvam Paramam Pavitram. Rishabhadev is describing the qualities of Brahmanas. There are 8 qualities of Brahmanas: Shama, Dama, Tapaha, Shaucham, Titiksha. All these qualities are described in this shloka. Basically, Rishabhadev was teaching his 100 sons to be very respectful to the Brahmanas, and he says that Brahmanas are as good as me. Why? Because the Supreme Lord is the speaker of Vedas, he is the objective of Vedanta, and Brahmanas have assimilated that Vedas, essence of Vedas, and they represent the Supreme Lord in that sense. So Brahmanas are equally worshipable and respectable as the Supreme Lord directly. Krishna is Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyam vedanta krit veda videva chaham.
He is the compiler of Vedanta, he is the knower of Vedanta. By studying all Vedas, he is to be known. Okay. So, now by studying all the Vedas, the genuine Brahmanas, they know Krishna. They have assimilated the essence of Vedas and developed love for Krishna. Okay. So that's how Brahmanas are carrying Krishna within their hearts. So they are worshipable. And all the divine qualities of these Brahmanas are described in this beautiful shloka. And all these qualities that are described about Brahmanas in this shloka and purport are very much in line with devotional service. Not like the regular Brahmanical qualities are there, cleanliness, tapa, shaucham, etc. But if all these Brahmanical good qualities, goodness qualities are aligned with the process of devotional service, bhakti yoga, then these qualities will shine. And the first aspect of Brahmanas that is described here in this purport is, they speak the true version of the Vedas. Brahmana is one who has assimilated the Vedic conclusions by practicing mind and sense control. So mind control and sense control is a part of their practice. And what exactly do they represent? They represent the essence of Vedic scriptures. What is that? Love for the Lord. In all the Vedic scriptures, it is Krishna who is being glorified. Right? In the last chapter of the last canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, this verse comes. What do the Vedas do? Yam brahma varunindra rudra marutaha stunvanti divyaistavaihi vedaihi sangapadakramopanisadaihi gayanti yam samagaha dhyanavasthita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yogino yasyantam na vidursura suragana devaya tasmai namaha. This is a beautiful verse glorifying Krishna. Yam brahma varunendra rudra marutaha stunvanti divyaihi stavaihi. Brahma, all the demigods, Marutas, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, all these great demigods and sages also, stunvanti divyaihi stavaihi. With the transcendental praises, they glorify Krishna. Right? Vedaihi sangapadakramopanisadaihi gayanti yam samagaha. In all the Vedic scriptures, Upanishads, Puranas, it is Krishna who is being glorified. Okay? Demigods are glorifying him. Vedic scriptures are glorifying him. Dhyanavasthita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yogino. All the great yogis, in their dhyanavastha, in their situation of meditating on the Supreme Lord, they are actually meditating on Krishna. It is Krishna who expands himself as Paramatma and enters into the hearts of everyone, and yogis meditate on that form of the Lord within the heart. Right? Dhyanavasthita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yogino. Meditation is not meditation when it is not meditation on Supreme Lord. Krishna Prabhupada says several times. Right? Yasyantam na vidur sura asura ganaha devaya tasmai namaha. No one, even suras or asuras or brahmanas or devas or anyone cannot understand the end of Krishna's glories. He is so glorious. Krishna himself says, Name viduhu suraganaha prabhavam na maharshayaha aham adirhi devanam maharshinam cha sarvashaha. So I am the Adi, origin of all the brahmanas, of all the sages and of all the demigods. How can they know me? Name viduhu suraganaha prabhavam na maharshayaha. But why is it said that Brahmanas know Krishna? Yes, they know Krishna. They know Krishna to a considerable extent by studying the Vedic scriptures. It's not possible even for Krishna also to know about himself completely. In that sense, no one can know about Krishna completely. However, Brahmanas, devotees, Vaishnavas, they know Krishna to a considerable extent and they love Krishna for whatever they know him. Right? Essence of all scriptures is what we are supposed to know. That is love of Godhead. Prayojana is love of Godhead. And here is a set of Brahmanas who are being spoken in this purport who love Krishna, who assimilate the essence of all Vedic scriptures and they love Krishna. Okay? All the Brahmanical qualities without bhakti unto Krishna are not very, very appreciated. Prahlad Maharaj says in his beautiful prayers to Lord Narasimhadev, Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapashrutaujaha tejah prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yogaha naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumsam bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayuthapaya. Manye, Prahlad Maharaj is considering like this. That is his opinion. What is his opinion? Dhana, abhijana, rupa, tapa, shruta, ojaha. Dhana is wealth, abhijana, followers, rupa, beautiful form, tapasya, tapa is austerity, right? Shruta, Vedic education, oja, teja, prabhava, bodily strength, sensual strength and one's influence. Teja, prabhava, bala, strength, paurusha, means one's valor, buddhi, intelligence, yoga, one's mysticism. All this do not shine. He enumerates 12 qualities. Manye dhanabhijana rupa tapashrutaujaha tejaha prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yogaha na aradhanaya hi bhavanti. You may have these 12 great qualifications, but these qualifications are not sufficient for you. In fact, they are not even necessary for us to be an object of Krishna's mercy. It's good. It's very conducive to have those qualities. No problem. But these qualities in itself will not be a cause of our pleasure to Krishna. Right? Naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumsam. And what pleases him? Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan. Bhagavan is pleased only by bhakti, devotional service unto Krishna. So when somebody is a devotee and then he has all these qualities, then Krishna loves him. It's very pleasing to Krishna. Gajayuthapayaha. Even an elephant also becomes an object of Krishna's compassion and mercy when that elephant has devotion, bhakti. In the next sloka, Prahlad Maharaj says that Vipradvishadgunayutadaravindanabha padaravinda vimukhat swapacham varishtham manye tadarpita bano vachane hitartha pranam punati sakulam natu bhuri manah. Viprad dvishad gunayutad aravinda nabha. Vipra means a Brāhmaṇa who is being described in all these slokas. A Vipra may have dvishad gunaya. Dvishad. Shat means 6, dvi means 2. 2 into 6 is 12 qualities. So 12 qualities that are described in the previous verse. Dhana, abhijana, rupa, tapa. And there are 8 qualities described in this verse. And then various Vedic literatures are there that are describing various qualities of Brahmanas. Viprad dvishad gunayutad aravindanabha padaravindam vimukhat. Although he is endowed with all these 12 great qualifications, if he is averse to a sense of subordination to Krishna's lotus feet, aravindanabha padaravinda vimukhat. Okay. If there is no devotion in such a qualified Brahmana, swapacham varishtham, even a person who is born in the family of dog eaters also becomes much more glorified and superior than such a highly qualified Brahmana who does not have devotion unto Vishnu or Krishna. Padaravinda vimukhat swapacham varishtham. Why that swapacha or a person who is born in dog eater family becomes greater? Because manye tadarpita mano vachane hitartha. Such a person, if he dedicates his body, mind and words completely to the process of devotional service unto Krishna, then pranam punati sakulam natu bhuri manaha. So he can purify himself, he can purify his kula, his entire dynasty also. On the other hand, although a person is well qualified as a Brahmana, if he does not have devotion, bhakti unto Krishna or Vishnu, he cannot purify himself only. What to speak of purifying his dynasty, community, society, nation, etc., etc. So it is bhakti that makes all these qualities glorious. So with bhakti, when we have all this shamo, damaha, satyam, anugraha, tapaha, titiksha, all these qualities will shine. Right? So further Prabhupada says, by studying the Vedas, one should come to an understanding, one should come to understand the transcendental position of Krishna. So, Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo. By studying all Vedas, it is Krishna to be understood. So, by studying all these Vedas properly, Brahmanas understand Krishna, they develop love for Krishna, and they are endowed with all these qualities. One who actually assimilated the essence of Vedas can preach the truth. Next, Prabhupada brings the discussion to preaching. So first is preparation for preaching. Okay. So first you should study the Vedic literatures. Develop a feeling of love for Krishna. And you are endowed with all these good qualities. Now, there is another sloka, very beautiful sloka. Again, Prahalad Maharaj section only in the 5th canto. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvair gunaistattra samasate suraha harav abhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena satidhavato bhahi. So he says, Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana. When someone has akinchana bhakti, uttama bhakti, unalloyed, pure, shuddha bhakti unto the Supreme Lord Krishna. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarvair gunais tatra samasate suraha. All the great qualities of even demigods also manifest in the personality of the devotee. Okay. So a devotee, by dint of his devotional service, is endowed with all these divine qualities. So bhakti is the root of all these qualities. All the qualities disconnected from bhakti are not very much appreciated, right? But just like Vipra Dvishad Gunayotat, we just saw in Prahlad's prayers. But when bhakti is there, these qualities are appreciated. And in fact, a bhakta, even if in the beginning stages, if he does not have those qualities also, eventually those qualities manifest in the personality of the devotee by dint of his dedication to Krishna, right? So, yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarvair gunais tatra samasati suraha harav abhaktasya kuto mahadguna. What to speak of an abhakta when somebody is not a devotee of the Supreme Lord Vishnu, Ram, Krishna? Then what great qualities does he have? Of course, we appreciate them, we do not insult them, but at the same time we need to understand bhakti is the basis, right? So all the qualities centered in Krishna consciousness will shine in the eyes of Krishna, in the eyes of people also. Now, Prabhupada is bringing the purport to this direction. He says, one who has actually assimilated the essence of Vedas can preach the truth. Having assimilated the essence of Vedas, then you share that essence of Vedas. Without having assimilated the essence of Vedas, if we try to share something based on mental concoction, that will create havoc in the society. Yaha shastra vidhim utsrujya vartate kamakarataha na sasiddhim avapnoti na sukham na parangatim. Keeping aside scriptures, if one tries to just try to become a well-wisher or the savior or the protector of people in general, it will not be very fruitful, right? One has to align oneself with the scriptural knowledge because scriptures are descending from the Lord. So having assimilated the essence of Vedas, one can preach the truth. And why does he preach? Okay, I assimilated the essence of Vedas, I am happy, I am nourished, I am ecstatic. Why should I give it to others? Compassion. Compassion is the driving force of a devotee behind all his endeavors to give this knowledge of Krishna consciousness to people in general. Okay. Prabhupada says, he is compassionate to conditioned souls who are suffering the threefold miseries of the conditioned world due to their not being Krishna conscious. These two statements that Prabhupada makes in this purport remind me of another beautiful shloka. Actually, Prabhupada's purports are all translations of shlokas only, more or less, unless he gives some perspectives on some modern day, this and that. So, sometimes he gives reference, sometimes he quotes shloka also, sometimes he may not give a reference, but actually it's there in some part of the Vedic literature. Now, these two lines, I'll speak one shloka that I remember now. You can see it's exactly matching. Yahasvanubhavam akhila shruti saramekam adhyatma deepamatititi rishatamta mondham samsarinam karunaya purana guhyam tam vyasa sonumupayami gurum muninam. Yahasvanubhavam akhila shruti saramekam. This verse is a prayer by Sutta Goswami unto Sukadeva Goswami. What is the prayer? Yahasvanubhavam, having personally assimilated, internalized and realized and experienced what? Akhila shruti saramekam, the essence of all Vedic scriptures. That is who? Sukadeva Goswami. He has assimilated the essence of all scriptures. What is that essence of all scriptures? Srimad Bhagavatam. That's what Prabhupada is saying here. One who has actually assimilated the essence of the Vedas can preach the truth. Sukadeva Goswami is preaching. He has assimilated the essence of scriptures. And what is that? Bhagavatam. Yahasvanubhava makhila shruti saramekam. You can go to first canto, second chapter. I think it's the third shloka. 1, 2, 3. Easy to remember also. So in 1, 2, 3, it is said, Yasvanubhava makhila shruti saramekam. Adhyatma deepam atititiri shatam tamo andham. So he has assimilated the essence of Vedas in the form of Bhagavatam. And this Bhagavatam will help one cross over this dark ocean of material existence. Right? Atititiri shatam tamo andham. And Sukadeva Goswami is speaking this Bhagavatam out of his deep compassion on samsaris. Samsarinam karunaya aha Purana Guhyam. This confidential Purana of Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken by Sukadeva Goswami out of his deep compassion on these conditioned souls. Same thing Prabhupada is saying. He is compassionate to the conditioned souls who are suffering the threefold miseries because of not being Krishna conscious. Samsarinam karunaya aha Purana Guhyam. Now, an important quality of devotee is not only his personal attributes of tolerance, satisfaction, mind control, sense control. These are glorious qualities, no doubt about it. However, an attractive quality in a devotee is his compassion. So, Sutta Goswami loves Sukadeva Goswami for all his qualities, certainly. But this compassion quality is one thing that really captivated his heart. So there is a special note on this compassion. So that compassion is basically by being an instrument in the hands of Krishna. It is Krishna who is so compassionate on the fallen conditioned souls. It is Krishna who wants to reclaim all these fallen conditioned souls, and all these Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, these devotees and preachers, they are assisting Krishna in this great mission of love of Godhead, of compassion. That's what Prabhupada says in the later purports also. A Brahmana takes pity on the suffering souls. Okay, so now Sukadeva Goswami is speaking this Srimad Bhagavatam out of his compassion. Later, Sutta Goswami spoke that same Bhagavatam to Naimisharanya sages out of his compassion. And all the Naimisharanya sages, or Parikshit Maharaj, or many other devotees, Vidura, Yudhishthir Maharaj, so many people have asked so many questions unto speakers of Bhagavatam out of compassion. The person who is asking a question is asking on behalf of conditioned soul. The person who is replying to that question is answering that question out of compassion for conditioned souls. So entire Bhagavatam is a manifestation of Krishna's compassion, right? And representation of the compassion of his devotees also. So now this beautiful verse comes. Gunadhikam mudam lipsed anukrosham gunadhamat maitrim samanat anvichen natapair abhibhuyate. Guna adhikam mudam lipsed. When we see a person who is more qualified than us, we should be very happy. We should not be envious. We should be happy that I can learn from this devotee. Then anukrosham guna adhamat. When someone is little not very intelligent or little inferior, does not have certain facilities or knowledge or intelligence, one should feel very compassionate on that person and try to uplift that person and help him. Okay. And if someone sees one equal person who is equally qualified like us, we should make friendship with them. And in this world, we meet only these three kinds of people. Whomever you meet will fall under one of these three categories. They are more qualified than you, less qualified than you, or equally qualified like you. Okay? So, if we deal with people in this way, then natapai rabibhuyate. There is absolutely no difficulties or tapas in one's life. Now, the middle thing, anukrosham gunadhamat, showing compassion on people who are little younger to us or junior to us or not so knowledgeable. So that is the quality of a preacher. So preacher deals with people in general with prema, maitri, kripa, upeksha. Kripa, compassion. When he sees people in general who are lacking Krishna consciousness, out of his deep kripa, a devotee distributes Krishna consciousness unto those people. And that's what Prabhupada is. Prabhupada was living in Vrindavan in late 1960s. He was living in Vrindavan, and Vrindavan is surcharged with devotional vibrations. Everywhere people are chanting the holy names of Krishna, Radhe, and they were attending Mangalartis in all the prominent temples of Vrindavan early in the morning. They were doing parikramas. They were going for Govardhan parikrama. They were taking holy baths in Yamuna river. And Prabhupada is staying in Vrindavan, surcharged with these spiritual vibrations. But sitting in his room, Prabhupada was thinking, the people in the Western world, they do not know this Vrindavan. They don't know who is Krishna. They don't know what it means to live without sense gratification. I want to give this Vrindavan and Krishna to people in general. So let me go to this Western world and give this Vrindavan experience and the vibrations of Krishna to all these people. Why does he have to do all that? People are trying to live in Vrindavan. They don't want to go to Mathura also. They want to live there. They want to die there. And Prabhupada is having very comfortable setup in Vrindavan where he can just stick to his own devotional service, right? Bhajan. But devotee not only takes pleasure in his own bhajan, but a devotee also takes out time and energy and efforts to reach out to people in general and help in others' bhajan and inspire people to do bhajan. That's what Prabhupada has done. So once Prabhupada, we went to West, he was giving some talk about Krishna, Parthasarathi. He was giving a talk on Bhagavad Gita, and he was trying to make sense desperately to communicate to people that there is Krishna. He's speaking this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and some people are unable to catch what he's trying to say. Right? One thing, they could not follow his accent. Second, the content is also difficult. Accent is also difficult for them to figure out. So then Prabhupada could understand that these people are not getting fully. Then suddenly Prabhupada said, oh, I am missing my place. I am missing Vrindavan. I am missing Vrindavan experience. I am not happy here. Then when Mataji is sitting in the audience, she said, yeah, we could see that. You are not happy and comfortable here. Then Prabhupada says, he was trying to say, Krishna, are you understanding? I am saying Krishna. Did you see that picture of Krishna? He was trying to say, but people were unable to figure out who is Krishna and what is this, which language he is speaking and all that. They don't understand. Then Prabhupada said, yes, I am not happy here. I am not comfortable. I am missing Vrindavan. But my Guru Maharaj has told me to preach in English language, I must continue. He continued the class. Okay. So, although it is physically uncomfortable for devotees, but out of their deep compassion, they want to reach out to people in general. They want to speak about Krishna, about the process of devotional service to people in general. So that's what Prabhupada is trying to highlight here. A Brāhmaṇa should take pity on the people and preach Krishna consciousness in order to elevate them. Sri Krishna himself personally descends into the universe from the spiritual kingdom to teach conditioned souls about the values of spiritual life. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. So dharma samsthapanarthaya, for the purpose of re-establishing the lost dharma, Krishna personally descends from his spiritual abode to this material abode. This material realm is filled with so many conditioned souls. Devotees are minority. Right? Devotees are very less in this world. It's filled with so many people who may not love God. Some people say God is love. Some people say God is light. Some people say God is dead. Some people say God is not there. Some people say I am God. So like that, this world is filled with so many people. Right? But although people said God do not exist, still the Lord continues to exist right within the hearts of all those souls, directing their wanderings. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishthati. Even if the living entity commits such abominable activities and sinful activities and takes birth as a hog or a dog or a worm in stool also, Krishna doesn't disown that living entity. He stays right within his heart. Okay, I don't leave you. Right? I have compassion on you. I want you. I try to reclaim you. So this whole project of this material creation that Krishna is doing through Mahavishnu and all his Purushavataras and Gunavataras is basically to reclaim all these conditioned souls back to Godhead. So the conditioned souls are rotting in the world of material existence, and the Lord compassionately descends into this world to reclaim them. Prabhupada explains this. I think I spoke this quite a few times, but I'll speak this in this context because Prabhupada is speaking about reclaiming conditioned souls. You see, he tries to induce conditioned souls to surrender unto him. So now there is a beautiful analogy given by Prabhupada in the Rudra Gita purports. A mother may cook so many nice food items and feed her small children. Okay, children can just nicely eat all those foodstuffs and they can be happy. But sometimes the kids do not eat those food. Kids say, I want to cook. My dear mother, can you please allow me to cook? So we don't want to eat the food that is cooked by you. We want to cook on our own. So, but the children are not very experienced in cooking. Hardly 3-4-year-old boys or girls, how can they cook? So what does the mother do? Mother gives some toys. Okay. Because the children, if they handle with fire, they may burn their hands. They may, if they cut their sabji, then they cut their hands. So they cannot cook on their own. So mother gives some toy utensils to the children. Okay, you can start your cooking with these toys. So you can just imagine that you are cooking. So through all these toys. So the children will sit there with all these toys. There are some vegetables made of plastic. There is some stove made of plastic. There are all the utensils made of plastic. There is knife also made of plastic. It doesn't harm. These children are just making all these different items. Those items are not available in Govinda's restaurant also. That's how they make such variegated items. And they also name those items. I have made paneer fried rice. I have made butter naan. I have made kulcha. I have made this. I have made that, like that. Sometimes they even quarrel amongst each other. I have made the best preparations. You have not made properly. One boy and one girl, they're just fighting. They have not made anything. Right? But they fight also. They imagine that they are cooking and they fight. Some mother is watching this show. When will these kids stop these stupid games and play and come and eat? It's already beyond lunch time. So why don't they eat? She's waiting. But the children are playing. So after 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever, 3 hours, the children get tired. Whatever cooking that they have made, that could not satisfy their hunger. When they're hungry, what do? They go to mother. So they go to mother and say, Mother, we are hungry. Can you please feed us? Mother says, you have cooked so much. So many items you have cooked, which I have not made also. It's not there in my menu. Why don't you eat that? No, that is just play, game. So I do not want to, we don't want to eat that. So please feed us. So mother has been waiting for this. Okay, fine. I'll feed you. So she lovingly feeds the children. Now, conditioned soul is also like that. The real pleasure of a pure living entity is in loving Krishna and serving Krishna. What is the swarupa of jivas? Jivera swarupa hai Krishnera nitya das. All the jivas are meant to worship Krishna, serve Krishna, love Krishna. But just like children are meant to eat the food given by mother, not cook on their own. So the jiva in his pure state, jiva accepts that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, supreme proprietor, supreme master, supreme controller, supreme father, and he is the basis of the existence. Right? I am dependent on him. I am protected only when I depend on him. So that is the consciousness of a pure jiva. But the conditioned soul maintains an attitude of being separate from Krishna. I want to be the independent controller. I want to be the master. I want to be the proprietor. I want to be the enjoyer. So I don't want to be the enjoyed. I don't want to serve Krishna. How can I be servant of someone? No, I am not Krishna Das. I am boss. So when that attitude is maintained by a conditioned living entity, devoid of bhakti, then the conditioned soul rots in this world. But although the children have rejected the food cooked by the mother, still mother is concerned about the children. Mother is just waiting. When will these children stop this play? Where are they playing? So this mother sends the maid servant. Maid servant, just go and call these people. So they go and then call these people. And the children are not coming. When the maid servant called, then mother herself comes and then takes the children and then feeds them sometimes. So similarly, Krishna creates this world to facilitate the independent desires of conditioned souls, just like mother has given a toy kitchen set to facilitate the independent desires for cooking with the children. And just like mother sends a maid servant to call the children back from playing, Krishna sends the scriptures and acharyas that inform us, you are not an independent controller or enjoyer or master. You are meant to be a servant of Krishna. My dear sir, you are a servant of Krishna. So that's what devotees tell us. And sometimes Krishna himself comes in the form of incarnations. Like the mother herself goes and calls the kids. Krishna himself comes and reclaims the conditioned souls. That's the purpose of all his incarnations. That's the purpose of his scriptures. Of course, Krishna descends for various purposes. He has so many other agendas also when he descends. But one thing that is very much in alignment with the mood of conditioned soul is to reclaim the conditioned soul. Krishna descends out of his compassion for conditioned souls. Anugrahaya bhaktanam, to show his anugraha. And Brahmanas are those people who are perfectly in alignment with the mood and with the will of the Supreme Lord in transmitting that compassion on people in general. So Brahmanas assimilate the essence of scriptures. Brahmanas are devotees, Vaishnavas. They assimilate the essence of all scriptures and they transmit that essence transparently to all the people in general. So they receive transcendental teachings from a divine source and they transmit it transparently. So when the transcendental teachings are transparently transmitted to people in general, there is transformation. Otherwise there is only tribulation, turbulence in this world. When the transcendental teachings of scriptures are transparently transmitted by the acharyas, there is transformation. Okay. So like that, Brahmanas or Vaishnavas, devotee Brahmanas, okay, devotee Brahmanas and Krishna are in line with each other. They are in sync with each other and they are doing this project together to reclaim all the conditioned souls back to Godhead. The scriptures are meant for this purpose. Okay. Now that Supreme Lord himself descends as a Brahmana out of his deep compassion. That is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kaviraj Goswami glorifies. Chirada dattam nijagupta vittam svaprema namamrutamatyudaraha. You can also try to repeat this. Chirada dattam nijagupta vittam. Chirada dattam nijagupta vittam. Svaprema namamrutamatyudaraha. Apamaramyo vitatara gauraha. Krishno janebhyah tamaham prapadye. Lord Krishna descends in the form of Lord Chaitanya for this one important reason. There are many other internal reasons. There is an external reason now. Okay, that is for all of us. Chirad adattam. Krishna has not given one thing since long time. What is that? Chirad adattam. That is nijagupta vittam. That is his own secret transcendental treasure. What is that treasure that he has not given since long time? In the second line, Kaviraj Goswami says, Svaprema namamrutam. The nectar of his own name and the nectar of his love. Krishna Prema, Krishna Nama. Svaprema Namamrutam. So Krishna has descended in the form of Lord Gauranga to give that Nam and Prem to people in general. Svaprema Namamrutam Atyudaraha. Ati Udaraha. He is extremely benevolent, most magnanimous. Rupa Goswami also glorifies him. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. You are the bestower of Krishna Prema to all of us. Okay. So, since long time that Krishna Prema and Krishna Nama has not been bestowed, let me go personally. In the form of a devotee. I will personally go in the form of a devotee and practice devotional service and teach all these people, this is how you need to practice. Right? So whatever principles that Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita are speaking, right? Satatam kirtayanto mam, a principle that Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita are speaking, they are demonstrated in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna says, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantasya dridhavrataha. So Krishna says, always chant my holy names. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. And Bhagavatam also says, Nama sankirtanam Vishnoha sarva papa pranashanam. That's how Bhagavatam ends. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is a practical demonstration of this divine activity of chanting the holy names of Krishna and loving Krishna. Nama prema. Sva prema namamrita matyudaraha. And who is he giving this nam to? Apamaram yo vitatara. He is distributing this nama and prema to pamara. Even most fallen and degraded, less intelligent people of the society also have access to this great hidden confidential treasure of love of Krishna by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sva prema namamrita matyudaraha apamaram yo vitatara Gaura Krishna. Gaura Krishnebhyo tamaham prapadye. I offer my obeisances, I surrender unto him. He is Gaura Krishna. That Gaura is non-different from Krishna. Lord Gauranga and Lord Krishna are same. Sei Gaura, Sei Krishna, Sei Jagannath. So, the Supreme Lord is so compassionate on the people in general. And the Brahmanas or Vaishnavas, his devotees, they represent that compassion. They imbibe that spirit of compassion of Krishna and they assist Krishna in reclaiming the conditioned soul. Means they are assisting Krishna in bringing those souls back to Bhakti Yoga and back to Godhead. Okay. And the Supreme Lord Krishna himself descended in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a Brahmana and practicing as a devotee, he tried to reclaim all these people. Right? That's the deepest compassion. So actually speaking, we love Krishna only. Whom do you love the most? Okay, don't say Krishna now because I have spoken the answer. But in this state, at this stage, so everybody has someone whom they love. But whom do you love? This Prabhu, we can say. Whom do you love the most? Your mobile. Huh? Sorry? Okay, whom do you love the most? Mahaprasad. No, I'm telling persons. Of course, Mahaprasad is person, of course. But which person do you like? Huh? Sundar Gopal Prabhu, wonderful. You have attachment to a devotee. Okay. Yourself. Okay. He is very honest. I love myself. Okay. So people in this world love so many others. They love their parents, they love their children, wife, husband, brother, sister, friends. So we have so many people whom we love and they also love us to a certain degree. But as this devotee said, because we love ourselves the most, we love all these people. A mother loves her own child more than others' child. The neighbor's child may be more cute, more sweet, more well-behaved, more disciplined, and he studies very nicely. He doesn't make his clothes dirty. But still, mother loves her own child, is it not? Why? He is my child or she is my daughter. So, because the love is primary towards us, that love is manifested in connections or relationships that are connected to this body. Because I love myself, I love my body. And I love those relationships or those people who are connected to this body, my friends or family, community. Some people may say, I love my community, I love my nation, I love my family. It's all extended sense of love towards one's own self. Fine, let it happen. But Bhagavatam says, why a person loves one's own self? Why do you love yourself? Because you happen to be a part and parcel of Krishna, an amsha of Krishna. You have that attractive potency within yourself. So, we love ourselves also when we are parts and parcels of Krishna. Because we are parts and parcels of Krishna. Because we are amshas of Krishna, Krishna is supremely attractive an amsha of Krishna becomes minutely attractive. So, primarily our love is meant for Krishna. That love for Krishna is diverted as love for our own self. And that love for our own self is diverted as love for our body. And love for our body is diverted to love for bodily relationships. Okay, other people who are connected to this body. So we need to understand that everybody loves Krishna. Atmanam Akhilatmanam, he is the soul of all souls. Primarily everybody loves Krishna, and in this conditioned state, that love is directed in various directions. Okay. Now, the devotees are those people who love Krishna alone and nobody else. And the purest state of this love we can see in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, Vrajavasis love Krishna more than their own children, their own husbands, their own wives, their own selves. Okay? All the gopis of Vrindavan, they love Krishna as a child more than their own children. During Brahma Vimohan Leela, all of you know Brahma Vimohan Leela, right? So during Brahma Vimohan Leela, Krishna took the forms of all these children and entered the houses of all the gopis and gopas. And during that 1 year, their love for their children increased so much. That was not there before that 1 year or after that 1 year. Because they were loving Krishna directly. In the purest state of living entity, the living entity loves Krishna more than anyone else. Okay? And Krishna loves us more than anyone else. So we are loved by our parents, our friends, our society, wife, husband, children, all these people. But how long do that love manifest? That love exists only during this one lifetime. A person may be, say, 30 years old. Before 30 years old, all his relatives or friends, where are they? And where is this person? What is this person to these friends and relatives before the 30 years? And after 30, 40, 50, 60 or 100 years, where will that love go? Because all the love and affection is pertaining within this one lifetime only, when we seek love from different sources. But whichever life one may be, whichever body one may be in, it is Krishna who stays right within our hearts as Super Soul. He loves us, right? So Krishna loves us the most, more than anyone else in the entire cosmic manifestation. And we love Krishna the most. And that is diverted in the conditioned state. So whether we know it or don't know it, we love Krishna the most and Krishna loves us the most. In the conditioned state, we may not understand that Krishna loves us the most. We think that all these people love me more than Krishna. And in the conditioned state, we think that he is my lovable object, she is my lovable object. So I should love her or I should love him. But we may not think that I should love Krishna in the conditioned state. So we love Krishna the most and Krishna loves us the most. And this is an eternal truth, and that is the Swarup of Jiva. And this love of Godhead is innate within all of us. And by the process of Bhakti Yoga, that love of Godhead has to be revived. And Krishna, in the form of his incarnations, in the form of scriptures, and in the form of acharyas, is trying to inform us, you love Krishna, and Krishna loves you. Understand this fact. If you understand this today, we can go back to Godhead in this lifetime, or we have some more time also. Somebody may go back to Godhead after 10 lifetimes or 20 lifetimes or next day of Brahma, whatever. But when we understand it and assimilate it and act on that platform, that's the end of our tenure in this miserable world of material existence. Thank you all very much. Ganathara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.